Hey guys, welcome back to Coffee with Counselors. I am Adam Luke. This is
Judy Yang.
And Jonathan Castro.
So what we're doing today is talking about exactly what we've been doing. What it's like to be an associate MFT, what that journey is like to licensure. And so John was cool enough to sit down with us and share a little bit of his experience. We've known him for a long time. Believe it or not, I went to high school with this guy. But we're here to talk.
If you could give advice to all the trainees, associates, every MFT that's kind of, in this process of trying to get licensed, what would you tell them?
I think the biggest thing you'll hear a lot of is just self-care. And I think that's essential, and making it a priority and being intentional, kind of like what we said in the beginning. Making sure that you're staying connected, finding those friends, finding those family members that you can be open with and you can get obviously empathize with and just feel understood and heard. So even just making sure that you're spending time with other therapists and get it. I think it's I think there's obviously in any relationship there's limitations to how much we can truly 100% understand. And I think getting involved with people that are in the field and that have had that experience, I think it can be very helpful to just feel heard and understood. And then just trying to live a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy, exercising. I think that's been one of the biggest things that's been helpful for me since kind of like we talked about, being willing to sacrifice for self-care, making it intentional, as waking up even earlier than I don't necessarily want to go and work out. That has made a big difference in my overall mood and my perspective of things. So just self-care like crazy, spending time with individuals, spending time with people that are in the field. And then just don't be afraid to ask questions. I think that's one of the biggest disservices that we do for ourselves is, I think especially when, like I kind of said earlier, the business side gets kind of more powerful than being authentic. I think we avoid asking questions. I think we avoid being perceived as less than or weak, if you want to call it that. So just don't be afraid to ask questions. Be willing to put yourself out there and be vulnerable with others, and ask the questions that people don't want to necessarily ask. And just be honest. That's why I think it's important for even me to be honest with not passing the first time. I think we do ourselves, obviously as therapists, we do ourselves a disservice when we don't be authentic, and I think that's kind of the main thing that I try to do the best that I can, is just be authentic and be real, and don't try to present like I have everything together, present that I'm this top of the line therapist,
Oh, but you are.
No, well, that's up for debate, but
right, just being like transparent and honest about it.
Perfect word is just being transparent. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. And I think your clients will notice that, and even just your family and your friends, your relationship will change if you live in that transparency. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was so fun.
It was fun. It was good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
If you guys have any comments or you would like to see yourself on the sofa as well, please reach out to us. We appreciate it. Thank you for paying attention to us.
We want to hear your story.
Yes. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Peace.